Hi everyone, my name is Hudson Richards. Today I'll be taking on the role of a publisher at Bloomsbury Publishing. After reading it carefully, I have a lot to say about why it deserves to be published, but with some small fixes, we can make it even better. Publisher role and thesis. As a publisher, my job is to weigh the story's strengths, weaknesses as it hits the shelf. After reading Rowling's manuscript, my decision is to publish it with changes. This book is packed with imagination, emotion, heart, but a few light edits, mostly to pacing and tone, will help it flow more smoothly and connect with readers faster. When Dumbledore tells Gonagal he'll be famous, a legend, there will be books written about Harry, that line feels like a prediction for this very moment. With the right adjustment, Bloomsbury could launch one of the most beloved series ever written. Story overview. The story begins with an orphan boy named Harry Potter who discovers that he's not ordinary. He's a wizard. He is invited to Hogwarts, a school for witchcraft and wizardry, where he meets his best friends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. Throughout the year, they uncover mysteries about a hidden stone, a dark wizard, and a teacher who isn't what he seems. The story blends excitement, humor, danger, and friendship into one unforgettable journey. In the end, Harry learns that courage and love are stronger than fear. Dumbledore's words sum up the message perfectly. It's our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are for more than our abilities. That single quote defies the moral core of the entire story. Moving on, the magical world building. One reason this book stands out is Rowling's ability to make a believable world with our own. Hogwarts feels like a real place with moving staircases, floating candles, classrooms that spark imagination, and moving art portraits that come to life. Diagonal Alley, Quidditch, and even the small details like the mail delivered by owls in the story, readers feel completely transported into this hidden world of mystery and magic that could almost exist around them. Still, the first few chapter changes with Dursley's drag on a little too long. Before we finally get to the magic, if those opening scenes were tightened, readers, especially young ones, would be pulled in faster and stay hooked. That's one of the big pacing issues keeping the story from absolute perfection. Slide 5. Strong characters. Rowling characters are another major strength. Harry, Hermione, Ron each bring something different to the group: courage, intelligence, and loyalty. They argue, laugh, grow together in ways they could feel real. Dumbledore acts as the wise mentor who quietly teaches lessons about life, while Hagrid adds humor and heart and love. Even the villains are memorable. The Dursleys, Malfoy, Snape, and even Voldemort all bring tension and conflict. The one area I tweaked is how the Dursleys are written. Their cruelty sometimes goes a little overboard, making them seem a little cartoonish and not really that real. If they were a bit more realistic, like less shouting and maybe like more subtle in a sense, it would make Harry's move to Hogwarts feel more like emotional and believable as like a family. Themes and meaning. The heart of this book lies in the themes. It's not just a fantasy story. It's about love, friendship, and kind of just doing what's right when it's hard. Harry doesn't win because he's the strongest wizard. He wins because he cares about others. It separates himself from others. That's what makes him a hero readers can truly relate to. Dumbledore explains this best when he says, "If there's one thing Voldemort cannot understand, it is love." That line captures the whole meaning of the book. Love and compassion are the greatest powers in the world. If any edits are made, I would suggest cutting a few repeated explanations of that theme. The story already shows it enough and beautifully through the characters' actions alone. Slide 7. Tone, pacing, series potential. Rowling's tone blends humor, mystery, and emotion in a way few children's books manage to do. The dialogue feels natural and the writing styles keep readers of all ages engaged. There are moments, though, when the story jumps too subtly from funny scenes to serious ones, like going from a chaos of the troll fight to a calm of the house points. A few smoother transitions would make the shifts less jarring. Because the book was written for a British audience, a few words changes like help American readers understand, like changing jumper to sweater or philosopher's stone to sorcerer's stone. Finally, the ending sets up the perfect series. We learn that Voldemort is still out there, Harry's journey is far from over, and Dumbledore wisely says, "To the well-organized mind, death is but the next great adventure." That line leaves readers curious for what is to come, which is exactly what a great first book should do. In conclusion, and then I strongly recommend that Bloomsbury publish with change. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is already an extraordinary story. Its world, its characters, and its message about love and bravery make it unforgettable. That suggests changes are small. Tighten the opening, smooth a few tone shifts, and keep the focus on the emotional core that makes readers connect with Harry. If we do that, the book has everything that needs to become a defining story of its generation. And to close with Dumbledore's own words, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. That same bravery, the courage to improve something already great, is exactly why the story should be published and shared with the world. Thank you.